What's going on, y'all? So, I wanted to talk about this Rebecca Minkoff and just discovered it at TJ Maxx. It was 17 bucks. So, very, very pleased with this fragrance. I usually try and find the deals when I go there, but I don't know what it is. Every time I see people post online, oh, they found, so many different fragrances at like TJ Maxx and Marshalls for some really good prices. I don't know, maybe it's just my area that they get either bought very quickly or they don't get sent here. So I wonder where those deals are. But this was one of the first ones that I found. And there are a lot of, pretty decent scents there, but with my collection, they're a little bit redundant. And then after some testing, I usually don't end up liking them enough in order to purchase them. This one, on the other hand, uh, as soon as I smelled it, it smelled unique and not redundant in my collection, and really not like anything else that has been on, I guess, my radar or talked about in general. So it's not a fresh fragrance. And even though it is supposed to be, I think, I mean, I found it in the women's section, so I'm assuming it's supposed to be targeted for, uh, for females or more of a feminine fragrance. But I tend to not care so much at this point how they're marketed or what the intention behind it is. If it smells good, it smells good, and this one certainly does. So very spicy, cozy, warm, and inviting. The first thing I get from the atomizer is a little bit of vanilla, licorice, almost like clove, but then you do get little hints of the tonka that I'm gonna look up the notes in a second to refresh myself. But um, from what I remember, there is tonka in the base. But as far as the atomizer, I'll show you here. We'll go pretty good, pretty good mist. I mean, and you gotta remember this is 17 bucks. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's just yeah. It's not your blue fragrance. It's not your Baccarat Rouge. There's almost maybe like this sandalwood esque element to it too that might give you this tobacco vibe kind of with the mixture. I'm not, again, exactly sure what the notes are. I do remember looking them up and it was Tonka in there. But those are the things that come to my nose. I've been wearing it over the last couple of weeks. Performance is good. It lasts 6, 7 hours. Projection about maybe an arm's length away for the first hour or so, and then it does turn into more of like a your scent bubble. So 3, 4 feet, you can smell it. Definitely can still smell it in the air after 6, 7 hours. And as far as climate goes, it's been in like the 80s, more or less average temperature. And I have worn it when I'm exerting myself, so like heating up my body, and you can start to smell it projecting in that instance as well. So, you know, I think online, and I might flash this up when I release it, but I want to say this goes for maybe 35 bucks if you bought it, maybe off of Amazon or something. Let's see, Rebecca Minkoff Perfume. And this is, yeah, I mean, it's ranging for the 3.7 mil, which is this larger bottle, in the $40 range on Amazon, and then the smaller 50 mil for about $30. If you shopped at a store, it has QVC listed here, so it's like $100. I mean, um, I don't know if I'd pay $100 for it. Uh, Obviously, I'd pay 17, $20 for this. I think it's well worth the $40 to $50 range if you bought it off Amazon. I think I don't think you'd be disappointed overall on that. Let me give you some background on it. So it is on Fragrantica. It's rated at a 4.0, 4.01. The notes are, well, let's go over the perfumers. It's Linda Song and Rodrigo Flores Rue. I'm not familiar with what they've uh, made. Okay, so wasn't too far off. Okay, there is no anise or licorice in here as far as the notes. Cardamom, definitely could see that. Cardamom, coriander, bergamot. I don't really get the bergamot. Definitely get cardamom, I guess as it's called out, but to my nose, like I said, I smell this like anise licorice. Tobacco is mid. Tobacco, jasmine, and amyl salicate. I'm not sure how that. Let's see what it says. Amyl salicate smells like. It's a natural and synthetic. It's fresh, fruity, floral green fragrance reminiscent of an unripe banana. So, and then the base is tonka, leather, patchouli, and labdanum. So, yeah, I mean, the tonka's there. Leather, I don't want to say. I mean, maybe a suede leather. Yeah, I could see that. Not a rough and tumble leather at all. So, um, as far as what it's supposed to remind you of, what is it? It's a Banana Republic fragrance, tobacco, and tonka, which makes sense. Um, I do. There's no vanilla listed in this, which I get a vanilla effect to it. So, um, that's my nose. Overall, yeah, I mean, it was released in 2020, so classified as an oriental floral fragrance fragrance for women. Um, yeah, I don't, I guess it's feminine, whatever. I mean, I think it smells good, and again, like at this point, I don't. My nose really just smells what it smells, and it doesn't like psychologically. I don't classify things as masculine and feminine anymore. It's just I can see the traditionally sweeter fragrances like, vanilla heavy stuff and Baccarat Rouge could be seen as the feminine leaning fragrances, but at this point, I think it's just also jumbled. It doesn't really make much of a difference. Marketing is another story, right? Marketing, they're marketing towards that demographic, but your nose is your nose. So, yeah, that's my rundown on Rebecca Minkoff. Recap, well worth the price if you can find it for the $20 range, especially in this 3.4 mil, like no brainer. So if you find it, grab it. I don't think you'd be disappointed at that price. Blind buy, totally worth it, even though I don't advocate for it. If $20 is not a big deal to you, then just do it. Um, Performance, great, especially for the money. Even without the money, I still think it's good performance. Projection is decent. It's definitely not a um, hey, I'm here type of announce your presence fragrance, um, but it does a good job. Longevity, again, I equate that to performance. So I think that, again, 6, 7 hours is what I got out of it. Seasons and wearings, where are you going to wear it? I think these in between this spring and fall transition seasons, it would suit the best. I don't think it has enough power to punch through a very cold climate. I don't live in a cold climate, so it'd probably do well in winter here. And as far as the summer, obviously you could wear it in the summer, but it's not going to give you, if you're looking for that refreshing, bright, crisp summer type vibe. So, like in the heat of summer, it gets up to like 110 here. I don't I don't see myself grabbing this in that kind of climate. It's just not what I want to smell when I'm sweating and just like constantly perspiring. So that's really the only one that I would not really go towards. And yeah, I guess maybe because it's um, more cozy to me, and I don't feel very cozy when it's 110. So little quick recap. Appreciate you watching as always. Let me know if you've ever tried this, what your thoughts are. Uh, love to get your opinions, and as always, any feedback is welcome. If you can, like and subscribe. It does, help me out and motivate me to continue seeing y'all. And with that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.